Hello there, welcome again to this short video. In this video you are going to learn how the application form and field tracking plugin works. So I will go down to the plugin page in case you haven't installed it. So this is the plugin, so you can install. So it's two features in a single plugin: the application form for registry students and at the same time the field tracking. So first let's go down to the application form. So to use the application form, make sure you've already installed it. So it is the field tracking that has the charges of 15 naira per student per term. So now to use the application form, after you've installed it, you go down to add student. So when you click on add student, so primarily without the plugin, we have this default student data. But with the application form, it's been extended. As you can see, this is the application form. It's been extended to bound, parent, guardian, so you can add more details about the student, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's all for application form. So the next is the manage fee. So the manage fee section is right at the menu's location, so you can just click it. As you can see, it's here, fee tracking. So it's basically logs of transactions or invoice generation and also receipts. So let's take for an instance, let's say you just installed it and you want this to work. So the first thing you need to do is to configure the fee. So first I will go down to this feed. So this bottom right top corner, click on it to configure the fee. So when you click on configure fee, so over here you can add your fee. So here we have tuition fee, sportswear, ICT fee. So I can also add another custom fee. Let's say I want to add a new fee. You can call this one transportation. So you add transportation fee. So when you add transportation fee, and you can also add multiple. You can add add anything. Let's say healthcare, regardless of what you charge in your school, you can always include it by comma or just single. So when you are done, you click on add. So when you click on add, the fee will be processed and is going to be added. As you can see, we have the transportation, we have the healthcare. So now the healthcare and transportation has been added. So the next thing you need to do is now setting setting the fee itself. So to set the fee, you need to go to manage classes. So it is manage classes area you set fee. So you can also go to manage classes right from here. So you can click on set fee. When you click on set fee, so it's going to show you all the classes you have so far. So regardless of the classes that you want to set, you can also pass it or add a new class that you want to add in the future. So let's say for an instance XX1, I want to configure the fee for SS1. I'll click on this configure. So when you click on the configure, the tuition fee is 8,000, the sportswear is 6,300, the ICT fee is 4,700, the transportation I can add 10,000. So and also the healthcare I can add 3,500. So when you are done, you click on save. Now this will save for SS1. So if I go to SS2, you can also do the same things. Okay, so for those who are in SS2, transportation is, let's say, 15,000, and the healthcare is 4,500. So you click on save. That will also save. So you can do the same for your classes, and everything is going to be saved. If you edit it again, you can always change it. And for the SS2, you can always also change it. Yeah. So once you are done with the fee configuration, you can now go back to the manage fee. So for those who are in SS1, so I will track SS1 students. So this is SS1 student here. So over here we have SS1. So on this SS1, as you can see, the tuition fee is 8,000. The sportswear is 6,300. The ICT fee is 4,700. The transportation is 10,000. The healthcare is 3,500, and the total of everything that has been calculated so far is 32,500, which is awesome. So the next thing is to track the students. So to track the students, you click on go to payments. So when you click on go to payments, so as you can see, all the fees you've added so far, and don't forget this fee can be extended. It can be you can add as many fees as you want. Yeah, it's totally possible. So once these are done, so under this transaction log area, So as you can see, the amount paid is 0. The students have not paid anything. So the outstanding is 3,500. So before the payment, you can actually generate an invoice. So I will click on view invoice, and the invoice is going to be processed as a PDF. So the invoice is currently processing. So once the invoice have been processed, then you click on view PDF. As you can see, the school name is added, the address, and the details of the invoice and the details of the student. So the total of what the student needs to pay, the breakdown of everything, payment due. And here we have the payment instructions, because at the moment you are only required to put in your bank details so the parent can send money to like a transfer to your account. So as you can see, this is the payment instruction. Now, how to set this payment instruction is also very cool. So I will go down now to show you the payment instruction page before we make payment history. So I will go back just to show you the payment instructions. So as you can see over here, we have payment instructions. So if I click on payment instructions, you can see now we have the bank name, the account number, the account name, and the payment due. That is the due date you want the invoice to carry. Yeah, so that's what we have here. So let me change this now to December. Let me change the payment due to December 23. So I will click on save. Now after saving it, the payment due has been changed. So I will now go ahead to the SS1 student, or this time around, let's change it to SS2 student. So I will go to payment, then view invoice. Now invoice is loading. So after the invoice has loaded, then you can just view it to see what you've changed so far. So as you can see, we have all the details there, and here we have the payment due date 23 December 2025, and here we have the payment instructions, which is also very cool. So the next thing you need to do now is to log a payment for the students, and let's see how much is going to be under what's it called, outstanding. So I will click on add payments. So the amount paid for this current session, let's say session or something, so I will call this 7,500. So the student paid 7,500 on this date, and here payment made. So, and I'll change this status to approve, because you can also always cancel the payment. Let's say something happened. So payment method, is it cash, bank, or transfer? So I'll say okay, it's a transfer that was made. So once that is done, then I will just click on add payment. So when I click on add payment, the payment is going to be processed. As you can see, we have the payment being logged. So let's say something happened, the payment was reversed. I can always change the status to cancelled or pending. So I click on cancel. Now it is not cancelled. The outstanding has increased, but if I change this to approved, the outstanding is going to decrease. As you can see, now we have outstanding of 24,200. So you can also add more payment history. So I will click on add more payments. But before I add more payments, so since you've already added an history, that is added the log of transaction, you can always view receipts. So I click on view receipts. The receipt is also going to be processed. So the receipt is currently generating. So once it's generated, you can view it. So these are the receipt, these are the list of what has been processed so far. So let's add more log to our data. So I will add more log. So let's say this one is 10,000. So, and this was made, let's say yesterday. And here we have payment for ICT. Status is approved. This time around is cash, add payment. So we have 14,000 left. So let's add another 10. Let's say 15,000. Oh no, let's say 14,000. 14,000 naira. So the payment was made, let's say on the 20. Payment for, yeah, let's say 8K. Payment for 8K. Then I'll change the status to approve. Then this time around, bank, add payment. So the payment has been logged. Cool. So once everything is done, so you can see the outstanding is now 200. So you can also add another payment. Let's say 200 naira was transferred or was sent. Let's say today. Balance, just call this balance. Then approved. So cash. Yeah, click on save. Yeah, so that's it. After everything is set, then you can always view the receipts, and the receipt is currently generating, and once it's done generating, you can always view it and also share with the parents. As you can see, these are the list of what has been done so far, which is pretty cool. So that's application form and fee tracking in a nutshell. So thank you once again for using Result Arena. I hope you jump on it and start using it for a school. Once again, thank you. Bye.